Hello and welcome to another episode of Battle Cry. I'm Abhishek Bhalla, bringing you this special show from Aero India held in Bengaluru. The show not just highlighted India's military power but also showcased its defense diplomacy. Here's all the action from Aero India 2021. Self-reliance and Atmanirbharta have been the buzzwords in the Indian defense sector. And this year at Aero India, while the LCA Tejas was the big focus and the highlight, other made-in-India weapons like several missiles and the light combat helicopter stole the show. Here's a report.
India's pride, the light combat aircraft Tejas. It first flew a decade ago in 2001, but this year the era of Tejas has well and truly begun. The staggering 48,000 crore deal for 83 Tejas fighters, including 73 Mark 1A advanced variants of the aircraft and 10 trainers, signed at the recently concluded Aero India show, is the biggest such defense contract in Indian history.
Now with a loud cheer, welcome the Atmanirbhar formation of HAL.
With Tejas as the flavor, the Make in India imprint was visible all through the Aero show. Be it the fly past or several defense equipment on display. The mesmerizing Surya Kiran aircraft, Indian Air Force Rafales and Indian-made helicopters put up a mesmerizing air display kicking off the Aero India show. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh also made it clear that India is not just looking at self-reliance, but also at exporting defense equipment.
Our vision is to make India one of the biggest countries of the world in defense sector, from design to production, with active participation of public and private sector both, to achieve the twin goals of self-reliance and exports. We have set a target to achieve turnover of ₹1,75,000 crore, including export of ₹35,000 crore in aerospace and defense goods and services by the year 2024.
India's self-reliance mantra in defense was displayed in all glory at the Aero India show in Bengaluru. After Tejas, the next big Make in India deal that could go to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for 15 light combat helicopters. The LCH also made a demonstration carrying out maneuvers at the show. LCH is considered deadly for combat missions in high altitude areas.
This indigenous combat helicopter is agile and deadly and was also flight tested in Ladakh amid the India-China tussle. In time to come, this could be a crucial induction in the Indian forces.
India is looking at ramping up its abilities in high-altitude areas to take on threats both on the China and Pakistan fronts. Not just LCH, but also in the pipeline is the Indian multi-role helicopter, meant for providing logistics and carrying out surveillance missions. This will replace the existing fleet of the aging Mi-17s. The first flight is planned for 2026.
The main USP of this helicopter is going to be payload capability at high altitude, especially at about 4.5 kilometer and beyond. And seeing the scenario, we have got the requirement from the Air Force and we are trying to meet their requirement.
Indian missiles were also on display at the show. Recently, India carried out a series of tests of indigenous missiles amid the standoff with China. The Defence Research and Development Organization also showcased the Tejas Mark II, which will be an upgraded version of the Mark 1A that has been ordered by Indian Air Force. And then, of course, India's most ambitious aerospace effort, the 5th generation AMCA program, being executed as a public-private partnership to launch the Indian Air Force into the future of air power. The year of Atmanirbhar Bharat in defence has begun. With Abhishek Bhalla in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Carrying out aerial strikes deep inside enemy territory without risking your pilots, or replacing mules on the icy heights of Ladakh for providing essential to troops. India is gearing up for the next generation warfare. Unmanned warfare is the future, and Indian establishment is all set looking at these challenges. Here's this special report from the Aero India show.
While fighters have been ripping up the skies over Bengaluru at the Aero India show, from India's own Tejas to the brand new Indian Air Force Rafale jets, there's something on the ground at the show that's exploding with even greater significance. Meet the CATS Warrior, where CATS stands for Combat Air Teaming System, an Indian-made combat drone that's getting ready to literally team up with piloted fighter aircraft. Being developed by HAL along with a Bengaluru-based startup, these drones will fly alongside the Tejas, a combination that will provide to be deadly for India's air power.
This is the Combat Air Teaming System. Acronym is CATS. CATS project is done exclusively by HAL for both Air Force and Navy, and in a portion of that is specifically designed for Army also. So now you have the LCA Tejas new variant right on top. It has a lot of payload on the wings, and at the bottom you have a big bird. This is called CATS Warrior. This is one of the biggest assets that the CATS project has. By asset I mean a machine on an aircraft. Okay, so the machine and man will team together, and that will be called manned-unmanned teaming. Okay, so there will be one Tejas and either 2 or 4 warriors in a team. They will execute an attack, or they will fight against a aircraft which is intruding into the Indian airspace.
Called a loyal wingman system, in practice, a Tejas with a pilot would lead an assault with these drones flying independently in networked conjunction. The stealth drones wouldn't just be able to defend the fighter jet, but also be guided to strike missions away from the fighter jet that would otherwise endanger the pilot. Armed with air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles, these drones can destroy enemy targets. The fighter jet escorting 3 to 4 drones can guide these to hit targets over hundreds of kilometers away. A simulator shows how the missions can take place in real time. The project is still at a design stage, but is tipped to be a game changer for future warfare.
Behind me is a cockpit of a mothership, okay, which is an advanced version of a two-seater LCA cockpit. But the concept can be applied to any other aircraft which is available with the Air Force. So this is used as a mothership to control the warrior aircrafts, which are the unmanned aircrafts. So the command and control system, the data sharing is through the data link, and based on the command or the mission assigned by pilot from the cockpit, the warriors will perform the mission as per the requirement.
The first prototypes are expected to fly in the next 3 to 4 years. Capable of evading radar detection, this drone's stealth capacities will make it even more potent.
This is the future of air warfare. What we are seeing here is a CATS Warrior drone which will be escorted by a Tejas aircraft according to plans, and this CATS Warrior drone will be unmanned, and in situations where several aircraft are required to carry out a mission, it could be possible that only one aircraft does the job with remaining unmanned vehicles.
With the Warrior, India joins a small group of countries testing such unmanned wingman systems like the Boeing ATS, which was recently test flown in Australia, and the American Kratos Valkyrie. Other unmanned aircraft part of future planning include the Rotary Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, or RUAV-200, a helicopter drone meant for hostile zones above 15,000 feet. The Ladakh tension with China has led to a realization that new technologies in such areas are the way forward. Surveillance, reconnaissance, and providing essentials to troops in harsh conditions would be the key objectives of this helicopter drone. Weighing 200 kilograms, it can carry payloads to ranges of out to 100 kilometers. With these and other anti-drone capabilities like jammers manufactured by the Indian Army to detect and bring down quadcopters, preparations are on for warfare based on artificial intelligence. The futuristic Indian program is set to leapfrog the Indian Air Force into the future. With Abhishek Bhalla and Nolan Pinto in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
The Balakot airstrikes would not have been as successful had it not been for the lethal Spice 2000 bombs. Amid the India-China tussle, several tests have been carried out to ramp up India's missile prowess. Here's how India is preparing to take on the twin threat from China and Pakistan. Watch this report.
It was 2 years ago that Spice 2000 bombs wreaked havoc on a Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camp in Pakistan's Balakot, when Indian Air Force's Mirages struck with precision. Airstrikes that changed the rules of engagement with Pakistan in the face of unending terror. The Israeli-made Spice 2000 bombs proved to be lethal, and now a new version with more range has been unveiled, and this could soon find its way to the armory of Indian Air Force.
Spice missiles were used in the Balakot airstrikes by the Indian Air Force, and now a new version of that missile has been launched. The Spice 250 ER. ER stands for extended range, and now the range of this missile is up to 150 kilometers, and it also comes fitted with a turbojet engine that can ensure that the range is more. With the Indian Air Force ramping up its capabilities, it's weapons like these that will be very crucial in the near future.
The new variant, dubbed Spice 250 ER, is based on the smallest of the Spice family. Spice is a standoff, autonomous air-to-surface weapon systems that strike targets with pinpoint accuracy and at high attack volumes. independently of GPS navigation, based on its autonomous electro-optic scene matching artificial intelligence algorithms. The new Spice 250ER will incorporate a miniature turbojet engine with an internal fuel system. It can be directly mounted on light attack aircraft store stations because of its small size and lightweight. India has been enhancing its missile capabilities. The India-China tussle in Ladakh promoted a series of back-to-back tests of various missiles. While the Spice 250ER could be an option to enhance capabilities, India has upgraded its missile program. A new version of the BrahMos supersonic surface-to-surface cruise missile with an extended range of 400 kilometers up from 290 kilometers was also test-fired. The mobile BrahMos launcher was showcased at the event. New generation anti-radiation missile, Rudram, that was also part of the recent tests, was on display. Rudram is an indigenously developed long-range air-launched anti-radiation missile that can destroy enemy radars and communication sites. The missile is a potent weapon for Indian Air Force for suppression of enemy air defense effectively from large standoff ranges.
India has been beefing up its missile capabilities, and a series of tests were conducted since the Ladakh standoff with China. Be it the BrahMos missile, which is upgraded and now has a range of 400 kilometers, or the Akash missile, and even the newest induction in the missile arsenal of India, the Rudram. India's indigenous missile power is at display at the Aero India show. With camera person Satya Abhishek Bhalla in Bengaluru for India Today. It's not just self-reliance for its own consumption that India is looking at. There is immense confidence in the defense sector, and that's what has led to a big decision of releasing a list of 156 defense export items. This will go a long way in ensuring that India is not just self-reliant, but also can contribute to friendly nations. Watch this exclusive report filed by me.
India's military firepower is ready for its armed forces. That much is clear now. But it is also ready to meet the needs of friendly countries. Lethal made-in-India missiles like the BrahMos and Astra, along with flagship Tejas fighter, now top a list of 156 military systems and equipment that can be supplied to other countries. In the list are 19 aeronautical systems, 41 armament and combat systems, 4 missile systems, 27 electronic and communication systems, 10 life protection items, 4 microelectronic devices, 28 naval systems, 16 nuclear, biological, chemical equipment, and 7 other material. Countries have already begun to show interest in the Tejas.
They had shown interest, the demands are yet to come in. So there are quite a few countries that are now showing interest on this, especially the Mark 1A. So we hope that something will get concluded very quickly, because in a defense procurement it is not done overnight, so it takes some time for them also to look at the various options that they have got, evaluate the options and then put the RFQs.
Earlier, it was the Akash missile that was given clearance for exports, but now other missiles have also been added. Akash is a surface-to-air missile system which provides short-range air defense and can operate in autonomous or group mode of operation with a range of 30 to 35 kilometers. The Astra is a beyond visual air-to-air missile that has been integrated with Indian Air Force's Su-30 MKI. In time to come, other fighter jets will also be integrated with the Astra. BrahMos is a supersonic missile for Army, Navy and Air Force. This universal missile can be launched from ships, mobile launchers, submarines and aircraft. It has network-centric architecture, multiple trajectories, waypoint capability, and is capable of engaging any kind of land or naval targets beyond the horizon in a minimum deployment time. Anti-tank missile Nag is also on the list, along with other items.
Aero India 2021 would help in realizing our twin goals of self-reliance and exports, and in attaining our target of achieving a turnover of rupees 1,75,000 crore, including export of rupees 35,000 crore in aerospace and defense goods and services by the year 2024.
Indian Army's battle tanks Arjun Mark 1A, an upgraded version that offers superior firepower, high mobility, and can fire a variety of ammunition, is also on the export list. Another big-ticket platform included is the Pinaka weapon system. Pinaka is an all-weather, indirect fire-free flight artillery multi-barrel rocket system. It can fire 72 rockets in 44 seconds. It delivers a devastatingly lethal and responsive fire against a variety of area targets such as exposed enemy troops, armored and soft-skinned vehicles, communication centers, air terminal complexes, fuel and ammunition dumps. The other important military platform is the ATAGS. ATAGS is a large-caliber artillery gun system configured with an all-electric drive. It is a 155 mm artillery gun with a range of 48 kilometers. It has better accuracy, advanced fire control system, extended range, and multiple round simultaneous impact capability with surveillance and sighting systems on board. India is now looking at enhancing its defense exports, targeting $5 billion of defense exports and improving strategic relations with friendly foreign countries. Going from the dubious distinction of being one of the world's largest importers of weapons to a net exporter.
India aims to achieve a target of rupees 35,000 crore through defense exports by 2025. It might look like an ambition that is still far away, but this is a big step in ensuring that foreign countries will come to India to buy Indian-made defense equipment. With camera person Satya, Abhishek Bhalla in Bengaluru for India Today. This is all we had on this special episode on Battle Cry. Keep watching India Today for more news and updates.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.